Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Great Locks. I'm Gunther the Great, and today we're going to be looking at Super Saiyan Soshou's Dreadlocks. Now, before we get into this video, make sure to go follow the Great Locks Instagram page and tag Great Locks on any of your pictures so you can be featured on the page, because we're definitely going to be doing a whole lot of promos now, showing a bunch of fan love. One of you guys actually messaged me about Super Saiyan Soshou's dreads, and they have progressed so much. I'm pretty sure he did some sort of maintenance on his hair to actually get them to where they are today, just because there's been a big change from how his hair used to look to how his dreadlocks look right now. So without further ado, make sure you give this video a huge thumbs up, and also before we even get into it, comment down below what you want to see next, and then we'll just jump straight into this video. All right, so let's go to his page. Let's go to Super. So if you guys don't know who this actually is, he is actually a dancer. Let's take a look at his dreads. He has some really interesting dreads. If you see right here, they are very thick. They're all different sizes, and they look kind of different, if you would say that. And mostly I think they look the way they are. If you notice, they're kind of wispy, and that is because he has bleached hair, and it looks like it's platinum at the very tips, and that just comes with dyeing your hair, bleaching the hair. Your hair becomes very wispy or frayed at the tips or just all over the dreads. But it looks like his dreads are very strong just because they're thick, and they almost have like a wick-like kind of feel to them just because they're so thick. If you guys do remember, if I scroll down even a little bit, you'll notice that he had like some sort of freeform looking dreads, and that's what his dreadlocks are, I believe. They're freeform, but I feel like they are assisted freeform just because of how they look now. You can see how much of a speed up process they went right here, and it looks like his hair is being twisted at the roots now. And slowly it just seemed like he was twisting them as he went. It was just kind of like he picked a section of hair and then started twisting it up, and then eventually just got to a full head of dreads. Because if we do remember, his hair was like this, to where the back was, you know, just like an afro and kind of freeform looking, and you can just see that the sections are made pretty well at the front of the hair. And we do see this with Odell Beckham Jr., to where he has just the front locked up, and it's actually a really interesting dreadlock look. Also, looking at this video right here, we can see that his hair is puffy in the back and only dreads in the front. Let's go ahead and look at how his hair looks now, just because he has a full set of dreads now. But overall, I think that look he had before was actually really interesting, and we never really seen that with a lot of people. We only seen it with Odell Beckham Jr. and with him. And I'm sure there's other people out there who have it like this, but you don't see a lot of people with this dreadlock hairstyle. So looking at it, we can call this a semi-freeform hairstyle, even though you can't really semi-freeform, because we all know that freeform is actually not doing anything to your hair whatsoever, just allowing it to lock up. But what he did was he allowed the ones in the front to lock up, I'm assuming with an assisted freeform is what I like to call it, with just twisting it every now and again, and then eventually it started locking up. And then he started doing it with all the rest of his hair, and then that's where you get his dreadlocks today. So I would call it a semi-freeform or an assisted freeform. And no, it's not 100% freeform, because he did assist it, and we did see on some of the newer pictures that he actually twisted his dreads to get them the way they are today. Because you can see his sections right here, that his sections are actually very present, and you can see them. You don't really get that with freeform. It would be, you wouldn't even be able to see the scalp typically with freeform dreads. But one thing we can't notice is that all of them are different shapes and sizes, and I think that's a really interesting look just because it's very distinct and unique to him, and nobody else is really gonna have dreadlocks like him, especially with it being bleached and platinum blonde. It looks very unique, and it looks actually really cool. We can see in the front right here that he does have a Congo, and I'm sure he has Congos all over his hair just because of the method that he chose to get them. We can start with his hair type. He probably has a 4A hair type, maybe a 3C, which leads us on to the method that he did choose, which we call it a semi-freeform or an assisted freeform. And then moving on to the maintenance that he does choose, and it looks like he's doing twisting with gel. We can tell because of his roots being spiraled like that. It's going to be really interesting because the tips of his dreads are going to be very freeform-like, and the roots are going to be very maintained. So I think it's going to be a really cool and interesting look. One thing you are going to notice in a while after seeing him doing twisting with gel is that the tips of his dreads are going to be very big, and the roots are going to be more slim than the actual tip. Just in this case, because his hair is thicker at the tip than at the root, because of the semi-freeform method that he did choose. But I can say this one thing, overall his dreadlocks are really cool. What do you think about them? Comment down below. Also comment down below who you guys want to see next, and don't forget to go check out the Great Locks Instagram page and tag at Great Locks if you want to be featured on the channel or on the page. Other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.